All right, to start off with the artillery guide, basically we have we designate an artillery center. For example, in Golmud Railway, if we do have artillery, and once we capture the objective, we have our artillery center stationed at Charlie. All right, it is able to hit all objectives over from that area at a pretty good range too. The typical vehicle that will be stationed there will be the M142 High Mobility Rocket Artillery System, or otherwise known as the HIMARS, I guess you could say. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah. Anyways, it is a rocket truck. How many rockets does it carry, TB?
I don't know the exact amount. I believe it's 6.
Okay, I believe. All right, 6. Yeah. Now, how we have it is we have the artillery center designated to fire only at specific areas that either the commander allows, or the commander designates rather, or at objectives like Charlie, Delta, Echo, stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, the way we have this is if we do have a fire coordinator or a commander, I guess you could say, in the game, the commander will basically control all forms of artillery, excluding mortars. All right. Basically, the commander controls CAS aircraft, medevac aircraft, artillery, and sometimes even armor coordination. All right, so that's basically what the commander does, as well as direct troops where to go. So I'm going to show you the first method of calling in artillery, and then I'm going to show you the second method using the commander. Okay, so we're going to get right into it, and then we're gonna get the show on the road. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so if you haven't seen our CAS guidelines video, you probably should, because it explains on how we use objectives and how we kind of map out artillery and CAS coordination. So if you haven't seen it, go watch that, and I'll link the part. I'll have a part in the description below as to when I explain how the grids and objectives work for artillery. All right, so yeah. Now we're going to get into calling in our artillery, and we are going to get the show on the road. So, yeah. The artillery call works. Now, this is a very short version of doing it. It's more like a 9-liner, I guess you could say. But the way you start it is you would call in the call sign for the fire direction center. For example, it'll be Steel Rain or whatever. And then you'll say this is, whatever your call sign is. And you can either say requesting fire mission, or you could say fire for effect over. Even though we don't really say that, because that's kind of redundant in some cases. You would give out the objective if you need to. So, for example, you will say, okay, Bravo, the top corner of Bravo. Okay, that's an example. You would give out the target description. So you would say, okay, it's going to be a building. It's going to be, a house or whatever, and then you're going to, or it could be an enemy objective, an enemy unit, like a platoon or a tank or whatever, which makes engaging the target a lot harder. And then you give out your method of engagement, which is optional. So, for example, danger close, high angle, whatever, right? And then you do method of fire and control. So, at my command, time on, target, request splash, request time of flight, stuff like that. So now that's optional as well. Now, the FDC, or the Fire Direction Center, may challenge after they read back the above. So the observer should be prepared to authenticate. Now, what the FDC will do is they will say message to observer, and then they will say units to fire, which will most likely be 1 or 2. Changes to call for fire, number of rounds, target number, it could be like 001 or whatever, and then time of flight, if they know what the time of flight in game is. If they don't, they're not going to say it. And for adjustments, basically, that you can use directions or mills if you actually know how to, if you know if you know compass bearing within the game, which is very hard to pinpoint. But yeah, you could do left and right, add drop, fire for effect, or repeat over. And then after that, for mission completion, after they get the rounds on target, you would say end of mission. And then you could say BDA and target activity. So yeah. Steel Rain, this is Watchman requesting fire mission over.
Watchman Central.
Requesting strike package Bravo at this time. Target will be a 2-story building to the bottom right corner of, or to the bottom right edge of Bravo. Do you have a visual? Over.
Target marked. Continue with fire mission.
Be advised, requesting 3 high explosive rounds on the building at my command. Over.
Roger. Message to Zerber. 3 systems. 3 rounds. Target number 001. Over.
Roger. Stand by on my mark. Fire. Steel Rain, this is Watchman. Coming over.
Watchman sent traffic. Over.
Be advised, BDA is 100 over 100. Target is neutralized. End of mission. Over.
Thank you very much. Steel Rain out.
When you're going to be a fire coordinator or a commander, keep in mind that the fire coordinator will not always be on a lot of the missions. However, this is the most easiest method to use when you're calling in artillery. And the artillery, the artillery teams and CAS teams must be in a different, they have to be in their own squads, so this can effectively work. Okay, so you can see here, I'm in the commander, and I'll call in a target. Now, the fire coordinator should be only calling in targets when infantry requests them, unless the fire coordinator will be working separately from the infantry, and he will be calling it in to support out of the blue. So keep that in mind. All right, so Eli, you ready for a fire mission?
Ready for fire mission.
Be advised, Steel Rain, this is Bravo 37 here. We're gonna cut that off. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna designate an artillery attack, and then we're going to do a CAS attack with the commander. Okay, so here we go. Steel Rain, this is Fortress, designating fire mission. Over.
Fortress sent traffic. Over.
Be advised, target will be an open field, requesting 3 rounds. Kill box Bravo. Over.
Roger. Continue with fire mission.
Target will be fired at my command. Over.
Roger, it's your command.
Steel Rain, target is yours. Over.
Order has been relayed.
Roger, fire at will.
Steel Rain, this is Fortress. Good effect on target. BDA 100 over 100. End of mission. Out.
Roger, Fortress. Thank you very much. Steel Rain out.
Hog, this is Fortress, requesting immediate CAS. Over.
Fortress in traffic.
Target will be an enemy infrastructure. They are near Bravo and Alpha, and they are they are to the south of Bravo and Alpha and to the north of Charlie. Give me bombs and guns on the target on my command. Over.
Roger, firing already.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. The problem with this, by the way, here is that sometimes it'll glitch out and you'll automatically go to an objective. So you have to keep it as slow as possible until you hit, you know, your wanted target. So there we go.
Order received by squad leaders.
Hog, this is Fortress. Your mission is a go.
Roger that. Mission is good.
Hog.
This is Hog. Mission was successful. Return to base.
Hog, this is Fortress. Roger. Good effect on target. Mission complete.
Talk confirmed.
Alright, so there you go. That's basically CAS procedures when it comes to being in the commander mode as well. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I will have a transport video up soon, and I will have a ground vehicles section up soon as well. I did add a little bit of elements into of CAS into it as well, but yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys understand a lot more now. I will upload some ground vehicle tips and basic guidelines tomorrow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.